Alright, so this is going to be a video review of Scottrade.com. This video is intended for a beginning investor, someone who is just looking to open an online brokerage account. I remember back when I was trying to decide which online broker I wanted to use, I remember feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the choices, comparing all the different features. I just wanted to make a video to hopefully help people out and make their decision a little bit easier. So some of the main reasons that I chose Scottrade to begin with, they had a very low account minimum. I think there's a $500 minimum deposit. The deposits are very easy to make on Scottrade. I think after signing up within a half an hour, I had my money deposited on the site and I was ready to make trades. So if you're looking to get up and go quickly, Scottrade is a great option. That's not why I would recommend Scottrade. I would recommend Scottrade mostly for the great customer service. I know I have a local branch near my house. I can, sometimes they have seminars there. If I have questions, I can call them and, at any time, and they'll basically walk me through whatever I need to figure out. So for a beginning investor, you're going to run into problems. You're going to run into things that confuse you. It's always nice to have someone to call and to explain everything to you. Another reason I chose Scottrade was because of the basically non-existent fees. There's no maintenance fees. There's no inactivity fees, things like that. I've yet to be charged any kind of fee from Scottrade. They also make doing your taxes very easy and simple. I used TurboTax this year, and it basically just uploaded all of my trades throughout the year, and it did everything automatically for me. Why else did I choose Scottrade? I think Scottrade has a very user-friendly interface. If you're not a very tech-savvy person, this is perfect. If you're new to trading, this is perfect because it's a very simple layout. It doesn't come with all the bells and whistles that, one wrong click and you're selling off, your entire portfolio. There's nothing like that. It's very straightforward. As you can see, the interface is really quite simple. It's pretty customizable, which is nice. It's laid out pretty easily for you. You got the tabs up top. So this is the home page, the home screen. So what you're going to see when you open your account, you have your watch lists. You can see what the market's doing. You can see where your funds are at. You can make trades right here, make a quick trade. You can see how long the market will remain open for. If you were looking to make a trade, they have the trade tab here. This is not where I make my trades, but you can do it here if you want. I'll show you guys a little bit later on how I make my trades. My account just kind of goes into the details of your account. I don't want to pull that up because everything's going to be blurred out anyways. Quotes and research, if you want to pull up some quotes, do some research, obviously this is the place to go for that. I don't use Scottrades. I find it to be a little bit slow, and the layout's not as nice as a lot of other third-party sites like MarketWatch or Google Finance, things like that. That's where I get my quotes and do my research. If you are so inclined, you can open banking accounts, checking accounts, CDs, money markets, things like that through Scottrade, which is nice. I haven't done any banking with Scottrade, but the option is there. Knowledge Center, again, I like to use Google and do research on my own. This does provide some information. I have watched a few videos, and they're okay. They're not bad. Yeah, so basically those are the main tabs. Let's go back to the home page. Something that I use a lot is the Scottrader streaming quotes. There's also Scottrader Elite, but you're going to have to pay for that. The streaming quotes, we'll go ahead and fire that up. The market's open, so you will be able to see this. One thing I don't like about this is every time you want to open this up, you have to download a separate file onto your computer. It's not a huge deal. I don't know if it's for security reasons or what, but it was a little bit annoying at first. Alright, so this is the streaming quotes. What I did here was I created a list of all the banks, so I kind of get a good perspective of what the banking sector is doing at any given day. You can make all the lists you want. Here are some other stocks that I follow. It'll also list your open positions. I don't have any open positions right now, so that's empty. Let's see, up top you get I'll show you some of these features. The top 10, so top 10 stocks with the largest volume on the day. Market movers, if you want to see the largest or stocks that are hitting their daily highs or hitting their daily lows, this will list them. You can set alerts. You can have a ticker. If you don't want to have this screen open all the time, you can maybe throw this on the bottom of your monitor and just watch your stocks that way. You can do some research, time and sales, news. A lot of these things I don't use. Stream goes forward. Option chains, I don't get into options. Level 2 quotes. You're going to have to pay for those. Full quotes. This just gives you a little bit more information if you want to look at the dividends or their earnings. You can check out their balance sheets. Again, a lot of this information you can find off third-party sites. Their charting is, I don't use it. Again, I will show you what I use for charting. I think I found probably the best free charting software available on the web right now. I'll get to that a little bit later on, but I'll show you the Scottrade charts. So you can customize these however you want. They have a few different options, a few different time periods. You can add some indicators. I don't have all the indicators, but they're okay. I'll show you what I use. So yeah, this is basically the streaming quotes. They're gonna give you the volume on the day. Ask price and the bid price. The ask price is the price that you can buy a stock at, and the bid price is the price that you can sell a stock at. So a lot of times when you look at stock quotes off MarketWatch or Google Finance, you're going to see this price right here. That's not reflective of the price you would have to pay to buy the stock. Right now, if you want to buy the stock, you're going to have to pay $21.47. If you want to sell it, you're going to have to sell it at $21.46. Now, right now, the bid and ask price spread is pretty close, so I mean that's not really going to affect you too much. But if you look at some of the other stocks, you will notice that some of them have a little bit larger bid and ask price. The difference between the bid and ask price is a little bit larger. That's something you need to pay attention to when you're buying stocks. When the market's open, bid and ask prices are usually pretty close together. After hours or pre-market, the bid and ask prices do tend to get further and further apart. So it makes it a little bit more expensive to buy a stock, or a little bit more risky. How I usually make my trades is I use this quick trade button down here. You can buy and sell stocks right from this. So if I wanted to buy AFL, type that in, maybe 10 shares at the market price. You can also do limits, stop limits, and trailing stops. Then you just click place order. This way, I use it this way so I can kind of watch what the stock's doing, get a real-time quote, and when I feel I'm ready to buy, I can pull the trigger that way. That way I can keep my eye on what the stock is doing. You can kind of tell what the momentum is. Instantaneously with the ticks. It's not ultra reliable, but I think this is the best way to do it here. Alright, so that's basically the streaming quotes. Let's go ahead and exit out of that. Now I was going to show you some of the resources that I use. If you go to professorpencil.com, I know it sounds funny, but trust me on this, then click on the market tab. You're going to get a link to Scottrade, Bloomberg, Google Finance, Investopedia, free stock charts. This is the charting software that I use and I'd recommend for anyone who's just starting out and kind of wants to, they want to have a nice charting software. It's a lot better than what Scottrade offers. And this is a really customizable, cool, interactive charting package. As you can see, you can kind of zoom in and out using your mouse wheel. You can, you just type in the ticker signs and it takes you right to the stock. It's really easy. You get all these different time frames, so weekly, daily, the daily chart. Here's the hourly. Okay, here's the hourly chart on Apple. You can even do 1 minute chart, so this you can watch it in real time, see what the price is doing. They have a whole lot of different indicators, whatever, and they have more than enough for beginner. You can do Fibonacci retracements. You can draw trend lines really easily. You can create your own lists, and you can sign up and it saves it. You can set alarms or alerts. Pretty customizable, if you want to. Okay, really cool. So that's about it. So that's Scottrade.com. Hope you guys got something out of this. If you are going to sign up with Scottrade, take a look at the promotional code I'm providing in the description. What that's going to do is plug that in before you sign up. It's going to ask you for a promotional code before you sign up. Go ahead and put that code in, and what it's going to do is it's going to give you 3 free trades with Scottrade, and I'm also going to receive 3 free trades. So it's it's a win-win for the both of us. I really appreciate it. It took me a little bit of time to make this video. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can feel free to leave them in the comments section. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. Good luck. I hope you find what you're looking for in an online broker.